Hello everyone, this is CJ with Cyclotron. Well, today I was at my local Indian motorcycle dealer and I saw their Indian Pursuit model in the showroom. It's a quite nice looking bike. It's basically the Indian Challenger with top case and passenger backrest and plush seat, as you might expect, with a comparable Harley model. Let's say the 2022 Harley-Davidson Road Glide Limited. Of course, the big difference here is that the Indian Pursuit is a 108 cubic inch liquid-cooled V-twin engine. It's the same engine that's in the Indian Challenger that was introduced about 3 years ago. So we continue to see this trend where Indian comes out with liquid-cooled variants, the FTR, the Scout, the Challenger, now the Pursuit. Harley has since issued their own answer to these comparable models with the Sportster S, the Nightster, both liquid-cooled bikes. Of course, they have the Pan America. Indian has yet to come out with an adventure touring style motorcycle. But right now, Harley-Davidson doesn't have a liquid-cooled touring model. So the question is, what's taking them so long? Many Harley-Davidson customers still prefer the air-cooled V-twin engine, but there's got to be a lot of customers out there who would prefer the enhanced performance that a liquid-cooled engine could provide. So I think it's just a matter of time before Harley-Davidson comes out with their own liquid-cooled model. So if you look at the website for Indian, first you basically have two variants. You have the Dark Horse and the Limited. The Dark Horse has all blacked out engine finishes, whereas the Limited has chrome engine finishes. And then you have either a premium or a base model with each of those variants. So if we go to the Indian website, you can see the four types of models they have for the Indian Pursuit. You have the Dark Horse Premium, then you have the Limited, and then the Limited Premium. Now this has been kind of a source of minor irritation to me. For years, the Indian website, to this day, has pretty lousy pictures for their model comparisons. I mean, they have really nice color photographs and videos in other places of the website, but where you get to looking at the actual models, they have this toned down, almost matte-like look to them. I don't understand why they can't get more photorealistic photos of their models on their website. I mean, compared to what you have on Harley-Davidson's website, it's night and day. But at least all the basic information's there, and you can drill down to more detailed specification information. So the big difference between, let's call it the base model, which it's hardly a base motorcycle, and the premium variants of the Indian Pursuit, you get electronic adjustable preload on the rear shocks. You have Smart Lean, as they call it, which is basically cornering ABS, and you have a more premium seat. All the Pursuits and the Challengers come with the 7-inch ride command with turn-by-turn navigation and Apple CarPlay. The website doesn't indicate Android Auto capability for their bikes. So these 108 cubic inch engines have a rating of 122 horsepower and 128 foot-pounds of torque. 6-gallon tanks. Now, of course, if you prefer air-cooled engine with the backrest and top case, you could go with an Indian Roadmaster, which I guess is most directly comparable to the Harley-Davidson Road Glide Limited. So these Indian Pursuit motorcycles tip the scale at about 912 pounds, which is about 70 pounds more than the Indian Challenger itself. Of course, you'd expect that with the top case and the seat back and so on. I'm not in the market for a bike this big. I actually downsized from my Street Glide Special. I love that bike, but I just wasn't getting the touring opportunities for it. I mean, these bikes are great for long distance touring, particularly 2-up, and if you're wanting to carry a lot of luggage. These Pursuits have 35-gallon storage capacity with remote locking capability. About a year and a half ago, I got to ride an Indian Challenger. I really liked it. If I was going to get a Indian Challenger, I'd spring for the $35,000 version if I could swing it. It's just such a premium looking motorcycle. Really, it's CVO territory if you ask me, if you want to compare it to Harley-Davidson. Now, getting back to these Indian Pursuits, the MSRP ranges from $30,000 to $34,000. I mentioned the Roadmaster earlier. MSRP on those is $30,000 to $31,000. So again, let's compare it to the Harley-Davidson Road Glide Limited. MSRP on that's around $28,000. If you get the premium Apex paint, you're going to add another $4,400 plus to the MSRP. But again, it's an air-cooled bike. So it depends on what you're really looking for. I don't think the Indians are particularly cheap, but if you look at the extra performance that I think you get with liquid cooling, I think it's going to appeal to a lot of people. So the question would be, is Indian going to get new sales with this Indian Pursuit, or are they going to cannibalize sales of the Challenger? Now in my area, it looks like there's pretty limited availability of these Indian Pursuits, as you might expect in general with continued supply chain issues. But let me know what you think about these bikes in the comments section. I'd be interested in your thoughts. Do you think Harley's long overdue for introducing a more technologically advanced touring motorcycle, particularly with frame upgrades and possibly liquid cooling? Or are you just happy with where Harley is these days with their big touring models? I mean, it seems to me it's inevitable that Harley-Davidson will introduce a liquid-cooled touring model, but we'll see. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Please be sure to subscribe, and please stay tuned for future videos. Thanks very much.